Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, Episode 18, Penal Colony. Jazz, it probably is a better idea if you just use your convert. At least it can't, like, critical fail on female. So she's being converted so that she can be recruited as a colonist. She also doesn't like apostasy, so it's a little bit tougher to convert her. But it will happen eventually. Why do ghouls have shooting skill? Honestly, I don't know. They shouldn't. But they do. They really only melee. And you guys, I'm going to call that one early. Want Karth to attempt to mutate. Oh, good. So, trigger mutation. Fish Pickles is... Yeah, so Fish Pickles and Moxie are just about ready for the Ancient Danger. And we'll do... we'll mess with Foxy first, and then we'll Ancient Danger. Obelisk Mutation. While interacting with the obelisk, Karthrain felt his arm tingling. Moments later, his skin split open violently as a growth burst from his body. His arm has been replaced by a tentacle tipped with a bony blade. He has lost some blood, but otherwise seems unharmed by this disturbing event. So now he has a flesh whip. Makes him ugly. And yeah, he if we take a look at his melee DPS, it doesn't look like the flesh whip has done much for him other than, you know, erupted from his body. Cool. Well, whip away, dude. You can see his little arm there now. He looks lovely. Would it fall into ghoulhood? Hypothetically. Although this one doesn't really do very much on its own. It says an excellent melee weapon, though. I don't see that that is true anywhere, though. I suppose I could have him go punch something. The tooltip says excellent melee weapon, but his melee DPS says otherwise. Average of all attacks is 17. Actually, that might not be... I might be lying. That actually... let's, like, compared to, like, Crackhead... is 8. So yeah, it's in there. His DPS is just affected by all of his health conditions. So he is gonna get, escorted back to prison, though. He needs to convert. But yeah, alright, he's mutated. Okay, Moxie, you are now all set, so let's go deal with Foxy. Foxy and Moxie. The showdown. Oh, you know what? Our arrest chance is 100%. Never mind. So in 20 hours, I will open up the Ancient Danger. The anesthesia will have worn off. And Foxy, you are going to convert. And then I actually need to tame you because you're you are a wild person. So you'll have to be tamed, not recruited. Which is a little challenging because our animal handling skills are 0. But, you know, that's a problem for future me, I guess. Help lending. No, again, stop. I'm never going to help you. Lend out labor. That's ridiculous. That is absurd. Oh, good. You knocked Karthrain unconscious. I'm sure he appreciated that. Do I have to tame before enslave? Yes, I do. It's going to be a kind of a long process. Oh well. 11 hours left until the ghouls are ready. So they'll be ready midday tomorrow, which is inconvenient given our vampire time schedules. So you can see that the ghouls still fight with their teeth. The wooden fists aren't perfect. They just reduce the chance for death. But there's no guarantees. And I think I'm ready. So I'm going to have Avalka do it. Oh, hunting Avalka. Oh, that's a bad idea. Dumplings. So Avalka's going to open up the caskets, and then the ghouls are going to take over. Oh, they're down. That's easy. So there's a high mate and a fast-walking, hard-working, pretty burning passion meleeer. Are you bleeding? You both are very much bleeding. Okay, I'm going to coagulate the high mate. And then coagulate the other one. And then so they don't, like, get up randomly, I'm going to arrest them. I just don't have space at the moment. So we went from having not too many prisoners to kind of too many prisoners very, very quickly. The other thing I need to do is to surgically remove Moxie and Fish Pickle's hands now. Okay, what to do with the non-high mate? Colonist, enslaved, ghoul, organ donor, blood bag. And I am yet again in need of a bed. I can leave the pemmican in there for them. A prison break. Oh, that's cute. I just so happen to have a perfect prison warden. Carthrain, I've trusted you. I don't really want to shoot you, though. So who? It's female Carthrain, Basognos, and Foxy. I think you guys, like, made a grave error here. You didn't land a punch. Yeah, like, next time you try that garbage, like, at least be ready for the fight. 'Cause, you done got wrecked. And now I have to fix you up, which is annoying. So I'm gonna fix you up at the cost of, you know, blood. No, you don't really have blood to spare. I'll just tend to you. Next time, don't be dumb. Crackhead, go capture Chris. More visitors. Nice. Of course, the high mate shows up with frickin' smoke leaf, right? He was one day off from 420. All right, colonist for the high mate. What about the high mate? what to do with the high mate. So high mates are obligate pacifists. Let me go to them. So Basognos, you are going to be converted and then recruited. Copy that. So let me go over to the high mate now. Chris. So Chris is psychically deaf, greedy, masochist, who's a high mate. Of course, we could always override his high mate pacifism, but, you know. High social, high medical. And then the Xenogerm doesn't have dead calm, so he doesn't do violence, but he still tries to break out, if you're wondering. Okay. What a prison we have now. It is a mess. So it seems to me like enslaved is going to be the answer here. Got it. Well, the ancient danger has now been cleared. Completely. I haven't looted everything, but, I mean, got it. So I don't have a lot of time left, but new project. So the dedicated prison project would just be to improve it. And anything that we already have voting for it would just be to improve upon it. I'll have you guys vote. Moxie, has your hands been removed? Yes, one of them has. Okay, Avaka, can you do the operations? Right after you tend to Besognos. So yeah, to answer, I saw in chat what happens to their hands. They just regenerate them over time. Any part that a ghoul is missing, they regenerate. So, as you can see, her left hand is already partially recovered. She has 3 of the 5 fingers left. And then Pickles already has partially recovered his hands. There's one other actual project to include here. So I'm going to do Ghoul improvement. So ignore the timer. So 12 of them. I know, ridiculous, right? I'm like totally invisible now, blocked by the pole. So Ghoul improvement would be to add, to make our ghouls stronger with, you know, enhancements. If that's something you want. And ghouls also could benefit from bionics as well, as you may have assumed, because I just added wooden hands. So you could also, ghouls that are barbed and armored up tend to be moving slower, but we could always add bionic legs to speed them up, if that's something we want. Foxy is like freezing to death in here. Alright. Crackhead, make a heater. And then once the ghouls are a little bit more recovered, I have to do some group hunting again, because I'm low on meat. And it'd be good to replace that. Oh, in fact, if it's just alpaca, I don't even need to have the ghouls have hands. Just bite them to death. See, no hands required. And then get a little something for yourself. What should we feed the ghouls? Turkey. And squirrel. Hey, Furious Rebel, thank you for the resub. All right, Ghoul Improvement is leading. If you haven't voted yet, please feel free to do so. I'll work on whatever's top. Alright, ghouls are fed. All three of them have adrenal hearts, so I would probably want to barb them and armor them up. And then anything beyond that would require additional research, like bionics. But I have been farming the entities that we have for bioferrite, so I have 423 bioferrite, which is a pretty good amount. The barbs and the plating require 70 apiece and 35 apiece. So all of the ghouls being fully improved would be, 315 bioferrite? So we have enough for all of that, if that's the path we choose. Oh, and Moxie has no injuries anymore. Fish Pickles is just missing a thumb. It goes pretty quick. What are the entities I have? Bunch of flesh spikes, a finger spike, and a gore hulk. So 4 flesh beasts and a gore hulk. What's the point of removing their hands? I didn't remove their hands on purpose. So what I did, just to reiterate, is the ghouls are really good at killing things with their bare hands because they have like sharp claws. But I wanted them to down the prisoners, although the prisoners were unconscious. But I wanted them to down the prisoners in the Ancient Danger. So instead of letting them shred the prisoners to death, I installed wooden hands in them to basically put oven mitts on their claws. But then they didn't need them anyway because they were unconscious. So then I removed the hands to, remove the kid gloves from the ghouls, and their hands regrew. They're organic hands. What is your deal? Oh, I haven't been tending you. You need tending. Oh, also, didn't you just prison break? Dear Lord. Okay, so some of these prisoners might die, but like, this prison break is ridiculous. Well, if I wanted, like, medical tending experience, I guess I'm getting it. I think Basognos needs to be tended first. Foxy's getting away. Yeah, I'll go after her. She actually doesn't try to escape, though. She's a wild woman. She just goes into the wild, I think. Maybe she is trying to escape. Jazz, you're gonna need to come out of here because she's gonna bleed to death. Oh, Crackhead's already here. Perfect. Crackhead, patch her up. Okay, Basognos' terrible infection is tended to. So now we patch up the remaining 3, and my lord, is the prison break interval ridiculous. Alright, ghouls, you are going to need access to meat. I see that. Don't worry, I have noticed. In fact, all of my colonists are a little like, oof right now. That's just because I have way too many prisoners to tend to and way too few colonists to help with that. Prisoner to colonist ratio sucks. In fact, that's what's causing their prison breakouts, if you're unaware. The worse your prisoner to colonist ratio is, the more likely you are to have breakouts. So they're breaking out because it looks easy for them to. So next, advanced research, because we're done with that. We got Ghoul Res. Advanced Psychic, Mind Numb, or Bioferrite. It'll be up to you. Would smaller prisons help? No, not really. It's the prisoner to colonist ratio. It's not the size of the prison. So even 1-by-1 cells wouldn't make any difference. Jazz, you do have a conversion ready. I think we want Basognos to be converted first. Oh, but that's a very ineffective conversion. Foxy would convert a lot once she's like conscious, I think. We'll see. Whoever's most affected by the conversion, I'll hit. And it looks like you guys want advanced psychic rituals. I'll put that in. We don't have any shards for it, but, you know, if we ever do. Alright, ghoulies, let's go hunt some big game. Razor needs to get refilled. Regularly, the big game is at the corners of the map, which sucks, because it sucks to have to haul them that far. But whatever. Oh, Lord. Ghouls aren't really hygienic, so the damage that we did is causing a lot of problems. So the priority is to improve the ghouls and prison warden. Given how many prisoners we have, that is very much a kind of a full-time goal type thing. So the most reduction would be female or Chris. Foxy's still out. So I'm going to hit female with it. So she's down to 29%. So that's not terrible. So it doesn't matter. So if you want to imprison someone, their prison break has nothing to do with their free path access to outside. So skipping them into deep water doesn't make them not try to prison break. They'll still try to prison break, they just won't have good pathing to get out. So it's not really about the pathing. I have an entire tutorial on YouTube about that, by the way. About the prison break intervals and how they're calculated. Entity Liberator. You're trying to free my entities? I don't think so. Also, that's a really weird mental break. I don't think you can do that because you don't have access to entities. So, all right, fine. Try to free them from prison. That's not my problem. So, how is the crafting coming? Jazz is making it? Oh, that's a mistake. No wonder it's taking forever. We have so much sandstone, so let's freeze that. 700 of it. And is one of them... Oh, you started the second one? Well, I guess you have work drive, so maybe it's fine. He is a mechanator, so like getting him extra crafting skills not terrible, so he can tend to his mechs better. And Fish, you're going to be first one with the plating. So all the plating is actually done. That was really quick. So ghoul plating is adding armor to the ghouls at the cost of movement speed. And then we will also do ghoul barbs, which is movement speed for melee damage. So here it is. Incoming damage multiplier reduction by half, but movement speed gets destroyed. So in the case of fish pickles, incoming damage multiplier is 19% as a result of tough, ghoul plating, and robust. So very, very hard to take fish pickles down. He is a tank now. And they end up with like this pretty cool looking armor. Moxie almost looks like she has tribal wear on, and then Fish Pickles looks like he... I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Looks weird. A breastplate? Yeah, but not really. It kind of looks like he's holding a clipboard. Something like that. And the same happened to Lordex. Well, they're tankier. They move slower, but they're tankier. And you can offset the move slower by ghoul frenzying them. So on frenzy, like someone like Moxie is now moving at 6.3. So even with the ghoul plating, when frenzied, it increases by 4.0. Of course, frenzy is very temporary, but like, you know, they can close the gap between them and enemies pretty quick. So then, ghoul barbs will be the last one that we make. Do I have them? I must have the materials for that. Yeah, 30-foot bioferrite a piece. And I've got 233, so no problem. Crackhead is working on that now. Will you survive? Oh, you might not. Female here is pretty badly infected. That sucks. Alright, when is your next tend? You are 9% behind. I will try to tend to you with glitter to keep you alive. If you had converted, I could preach health, but you aren't of our ideology, so I can't preach health. That won't work. You can only preach to your own ideological people. It's too bad there isn't like a tough target on the map tile to demonstrate the plating. Yeah, I think glitter will keep her alive, as long as I tend to it immediately. So there is the twisted obelisk. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't think ghouls can be mutated. But we could mutate our own people, if you want. Should we mutate ourselves? Yes or no? Meaning, like, a Volca Jazz crackhead. Give you that option. And what's her 10 timer? Let's go. All right, so she'll survive. Look at the race. 98, 98. It's close. but she's immune by 2%. All right, so the barbs are ready. Let's install them too. So the ghouls are now very much modified to be effective and scary. So here's the barbs. They increase damage factor by 50%, but decrease movement speed by another 0.25. So in the case of Fish Pickles, who's like a Neanderthal, his melee damage multiplier is now 225. Ghoul barbs stacking with melee, strong melee damage, so quite scary. And then you can hop them up on performance enhancing drugs and things like that, and they become frighteningly effective. Your own scythers, sort of. So there they are. Hey Jazz, can you butcher up? And you guys want to mutate, so who should mutate? It's also worth noting that, Avalka and Jazz already have flesh mash, lungs, and stomach, so they have been mutated at some point. Maybe that was even the catalyst for them to be evicted out of the original society that they belonged into. Right? Because, at some point they left with Fish Pickles. And maybe that it's related. So the current priority now is we want to recruit female and I'm going to call them Baz. And enslave Foxy and Chris. And I think until we make more progress on the prisoner management, I don't really want to take too many other projects other than just base management projects, because we're just so tapped being dramatically outnumbered by our prisoners. It's kind of a problem. All right, one more minute to vote in the poll, but it looks like Crackhead's getting mutated. Cheers, Crimson. Ooh, a bear. So watch how effective we are now against these bears. Big ghoul energy here. Bear is almost dead. Oh, bear's downed, and it had bit us once for barely any damage. Anything else big around here? My ghouls are, as you may have been able to tell, kind of top of the food chain now. And they have a craving for some bacon. And yes, I did say barely any... Oh, did I just get hit by lightning? Yes, I did. I got hit by lightning. Incredible. Oh my god, it happened twice. Yo! Randy, stop hitting me with lightning. It's kind of a dick move. Dear Lord. Seriously. How often does one lightning storm hit people twice? That's just ridiculous. Alright, you guys are hungry? Whatever. I'm a little afraid to like go outside and haul these boar back in. Because I keep getting hit by lightning every time I go out there. Alright, Crackhead, once you're done hauling, you're going to voluntarily mutate yourself. Let's hope it's something useful. I mean, you're the only member of us that doesn't have a mutation, so I think it's about time anyway. Obelisk mutation. He also gained a flesh whip. Well, we now know he can whip. I wonder if he can nay-nay. Again, I'll never be sorry about these jokes, so just deal with it. Honestly, if I focused on making dad jokes, guys, it would be so much worse. You have no idea. I'm very good at it IRL. So if anyone should feel bad, it's my wife, who is victimized by the frequency. It's a unique talent I have that I very seldom flex. Because already, people don't like me, so I don't need to make it worse. It's as if I have flesh whips. Makes you ugly. Luckily, we shed our humanization, so it's not like we care about ugliness. Unleash the dad. Marauder's Lair. Oh, for a neuroformer? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. 4 Edekin? And you are... How far away are you? A day away? Edekin, don't mind if I do. See, I told you. Don't encourage me. It's a bad idea. Oh, so, the perils of building in wood. Yeah, it done is flammable. Valka, you have water skip. And now you're all used up. So, yeah, we have a colony of mostly vampires with, like, absolutely rampant fires. That's good. That's real good. I'm surprised she hasn't, like, fled fearing them yet. So I'm just trying to contain the damage at this point. As best as I can. I knew that this... Yeah, she's fleeing him now. This was eventually going to happen. But until... And before anyone says anything, if you want me to remove the wood, you gotta vote for defenses. It's the periodic poll, right? A reminder to people, I work on the priority that is above my head, and there hasn't been a priority of make defenses out of stone. So I haven't. So if I was playing for myself and not relying on pulling, I would have done this a while ago. But that's just not how I stream. And there's always the YouTube commenters of like, do this, do that. It's like, I do the things that people vote on. It's just that simple. That way, if it's a good idea, you take the credit, and if it's a bad idea, you take the blame. No, I don't want to be psychically suppressed, especially as Yeah, forget that. This is, so what I will do at least is the parts that burned up that were stone, I can replace, or that were wood, I can replace a stone, but I'm not going to go any further than that. Right? Like, I'll work smart, but not hard. Alright, we have a decent amount of wood, meat. We have a decent amount of meat, and let's work to wrap this up. So I think, friends, this is where I'm going to leave off, because I am, well, I'm officially out of time. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow cultists.